Hello, this is MrKnow, and today we'll be doing how to do multi-step equations. This is a three-part video. It's all in one video though, and it's goes in three levels. One-step equations, two-step equations, and then again multi-step equations. Right? What you're seeing now is the one-step equations. Now let's look at our examples. First question: x plus 2 equals 6. Now how do we find out x? Well, our given equation shows x plus 2 equals 6. Then we can subtract 2 from positive 2, which will give us 0. And then if you have to subtract that from 6, should give us 4. Then we know 4 equals x. Now, pretty much what I did was, 2 is a positive number, so if you want to get it to 0, you have to subtract it with a negative number. Think of it like that. Positive 2 minus 2 will equal 0. 6 minus 2 equals 4. 4 equals x. And if you put it in, you'll get 4 plus 2 equals 6. Our second equation: x minus 20 equals 100. Same thing. Here's our given equation. Since it's a negative number, think of it like that. You would add 20 to it. You would add 100 plus 20. Should give you 120. Your answer is x equals 120. Our second equation is x plus 125 equals 700. We got our given equation. We subtract 125 from 125. It's because it's a positive number, and they're the same as 700. You should get 575. Your answer should be 575. So this will be that was part 1, and this is how to do one-step equations. There are two-step and multi-step equations up next. This is part 2, how to do multi-step equations part 2. Here's our examples. And this is two-step equations. Our first example is 2x plus 3 equals 9. This is a little bit different because it's 2x. Usually we would find 2 plus x, but it's 2x. So how do we solve this? We have our given equation. We do the exact same first step we did last time. It's a positive 3, so you subtract it with a negative 3. Subtract 3 from 9, you should get 6. The 3 is completely gone. Now here's our second step. We have now 2x equals 6. Then we can divide them. 2x divided by 2 will give you 6. 6 divided by 2 should give you 3. X equals 3. That will be your answer. Our next equation is 3x plus 2 equals 23. So we have our given equation. We subtract positive 2 from negative 2. 23 minus 2 should give you 21. And then the 2 is completely gone. Then you should get 3x equals 21. Then, if you divide them both by 3, and the reason we divide them by 3 or 2, as in the last equation, we always divide it with the number with the x. That way, x can be left by itself. So then we would have x equals 7, because 21 divided by 3 equals 7. So these were two-step equations. And these are usually how you would this is how you would usually see two-step equations. If there's a fraction, however, which I'll tell you right now, instead of dividing, you would multiply with the fraction. If you have a question like that, please leave it in the comments below. And next, we'll be doing multi-step equations. Hello, this is MrKnow again, and this is part 3 of our how to do multi-step equations. So this will be 3-step equations, but again, they're also considered multi-step equations. And here's our examples. Our first one is 3 outside of parentheses, x plus 5 in parentheses equals 45. So here's our given equation. This time our first step's a bit different. We try to make this. So what we do 3 times x, which is 3x, and 3 times 5, which is 15. Then you add the addition symbol. 3x plus 15 equals 45. Now we have a two-step equation. We solve it the same way. We subtract 15 from positive 15, subtract 15 from 45, get 0, 30, 3x equals 30, divide them both by 3, answer x equals 10. Here's our second equation. 2/3 outside of parentheses, x plus 6 in parentheses equals 10. Same thing, you got your given equation, you can convert it once again by timesing it by 2/3, then you do subtract 4 from both, and get, but this time you get, so when you got 6 there, you end up actually solving it like this, because it's a fraction. So what you do is you take the fraction with the x on it, or the variable, and you flip it, so it becomes from 2/3 to 3/2. Then you multiply it by both numbers. 3/2 times 2/3 equals, well, 0. So you would get x. 6 times 3/2 should give you 9. X equals 9. Moving on, our second equation is 0.2 outside of parentheses, sorry, and inside parentheses x minus 3, which would equal -10. Have our given equation, do the same steps, and then we get, but this time, since it's just a regular number, or it's a rational number, whatever you want to call it, it's the same way. You get your answer, x equals -47. So this was my multi-step equation video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day. Any questions, leave it in the comments below.